Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you can hear me just fine. I'm over here trying to work some things out, and my microphone's acting up. But we are here for this week. Yeah, we'll continue to broadcast without that one. Dr. McGee here. Listen, welcome to Sunday night. As you know, this Sunday night pep talk is designed for us leaders who are in schools, who work with families, and deal in the community. And what we do is we're getting ready for the week. We're getting ready for the week, and this week is the second week of school for many of us. And as we get ready for the week, sometimes we just have to get a pep talk. Sometimes we have to just put on that song or hear that message or get that word or be in community and have conversation where we can get ready for our week, get hyped for our week. Now, I know the first week was rough because you're coming off a summer break, and many of us only have 4 days of school, 4 full days, right? You might have had a half day thrown in there. You might have had a Friday off, but whatever the case may be, you had some time where it allowed you to not fully have the full court press for the week. So we're in week 2, and you're tired, and we're in week 2 now, and I'm sure you took some naps and you're feeling like, oh, I gotta get my groove back, and that's what we're doing. So we're in a situation right now, in a position where week 2 is upon us, and for many of us, we may have another 4 day week. We may have another 4 day week because Labor Day is coming, and usually Fridays are off. So I want you to hang in there. I want you to hang in there. I want you to just be tough. I want you to stay in it, okay? Because it's a lot of work, but stay in it and get your muscle memory back up. Start getting up earlier. Get ready to do this work, because it's much needed work. You know that. We know that. I know that. But I just want to give you that pep talk to make sure that we do it, and we do it in a way where done in excellence because our babies need us, right? So we won't be long here on this pep talk, but one of the things I really want to focus on is this idea that we're gonna forget the curriculum, man. This is week 2. We need to forget the curriculum, right? Your goal is to build community first. And that's why I've talked about these days that we have, right? We don't have full weeks. And even if you did have a full week, your goal is to build community. Now, I'm not saying you can't give them assignments or work to do because you want to see where they are, and that's important. But don't start hammering the curriculum down their throats week 2, week 1. If you did it last week, come on. Come on. I know your content is king. I get it. I get it. But you want to start building community with the people you serve so you can know how to best serve them. We got a good 3 weeks to build strong community before we get into the curriculum, so that you're not having to reteach. Listen to me, listen to me. When you build strong procedures in your classroom and when students know, your scholars know what to do, when they know what to do, then it makes it so much easier for you to be able to get into that groove of teaching and doing what you're good to do. I'm speaking right now to a lot of our secondary staff, right? Our secondary teachers, our secondary. When I say secondary, I mean middle school, high school. I'm talking to you because a lot of times we're subject matter experts. We know our content, and we're here to teach our content, and we're here to get our scholars through the content. So I get it. I get it. And the goal is, I'm telling you, build community, right? Take a note or a page out of our elementary teachers and their playbook, because what they're doing is building community. They're building their classrooms. They putting posters up. Not saying you don't, but elementary, they do it in a very special way. And they have things like class meetings. Now, they have the space and time to do that, where they can have a class meeting at the beginning of the day, after lunch, recess, and then at the end of the day. They can have these community circles with restorative practices, you hear about these informal circles, and you want to do things like that to build community, not smash them over the head with the curriculum from day one or week two, as we're doing it right now. So I really want to press upon us to not look into throwing a curriculum at them, build community. And what ways are we building community to start the year off? I think that I saw a teacher of the year in practice, and I was visiting her classroom. This was in Grand Rapids, and she was teacher of the year that year. I can't remember what year, but I sat in that room and I watched, and I thought the strongest thing that she had going on was the systems in her classroom. The systems in her classroom were strong, and what happened was I didn't care who walked through that door. She continued teaching. She didn't have to stop because they knew what to do. Go over here, grab the pencil, grab this. No matter where they were, they knew what to do. And so they did this work. And they came in and they followed the system. Every single scholar. I didn't know their backgrounds. I didn't know their histories. It didn't matter. They knew what to do. They didn't stop her. They didn't disrupt her. And what I'm saying is there's strength. There's strength in that systems and that process and those procedures. And those are established when you build community. So what I'm saying to you as a pep talk, let's get out here and start building community like we haven't done before, right? Start building those circles. If you only have 50 minutes with them, you know all 50 minutes are crucial. But all 50 minutes doesn't have to be pen to paper. Your class is an environment. It is a space that they're in. And what I'm asking you to do is focus on building the community before you start building your curriculum. You absolutely can give them diagnostic tests to see where they are. Part of their do nows can be assessing where they are. You can absolutely do that. And I'm asking you, I'm saying do that, but don't make it to be the thing. Like taking homework home right now, beginning of week two. Personally, as a former principal, I find that to be unnecessary unless the homework is about building community. Are they interviewing their parents or grandparents? Are they finding ways to connect things at home to school? Like, are they doing things that's going to allow them to be a part of a community that they can transfer over to the classroom? Those are the kind of things we want to do, right? So as we get into week two of the school year, listen, find ways to stay motivated because right now you are meeting a lot of these scholars for the first time. You're meeting them for the first time and you don't know them yet. They're not going to show you who they are probably until the middle of September. This is the honeymoon phase. So get to know one another. Spend some time together. Figure out who they are, how they are, and let them learn about you. This is your time to be vulnerable too. Teachers, we're good at this. I know you are. So find a way to focus most of your energy, time, planning around building community. I say, listen, double down on restorative practices. Talk about it. Find ways to think about restoration of the environment when harm has happened. How do you deal with harm? Because it's going to happen. Things from the neighborhood are going to come into the classroom, come into the school. How do we focus on dealing with the harm that's going to happen? What process and procedure are they going to know to do to be able to rectify, justify these situations, resolve the conflict? How are we going to build their self-efficacy so that they are doing a lot of it on their own? Remember, you teach math. You're a math teacher, but you don't teach math. You teach math you. I'm sure you heard that before. Because it's about our babies who are going to grow up to be teenagers, young adults, and then people who are in our society, in our communities, who eventually will be taking care of us. So forget the curriculum. Focus on community. It's week two. It's week two. Dr. McGee, man, look, you see that right there, right? Go ahead and follow me. Let's stay connected. Let's connect every single Sunday and figure out how we're going to build an avenue so that we have a pep talk, so that you're ready. And I'm telling you, watch when you build community. Watch how when you build community, you're going to build a phenomenal classroom environment. It's going to permeate into the hallways. It's going to absorb into the fabric of the school, and people are going to have you on notice. And scholars are going to want to come to your class, and they're going to respect you and not take advantage of you because they're going to respect you, because you are making them feel welcome and giving them a place. And now you can start the learning and teaching and process. So this is all about week 2, building community, um, building that self-efficacy, using restorative practices as your foundation, and allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to give, so that as my assistant principal, Derek Martin, says, hey, listen, your pedagogy shouldn't be a secret. So let's get to that point. But to do that, build community first. All right, let's make it a great day. Again, stay connected with me, and let's have a great week, and look for a pep talk live in the middle of the week so that we can have conversation about how things are going. All right, let's make it a great day.